Wait. So do we just get to go into the front door of the warehouse and talk to people?
You can. There are three doors, and
Hmm.
based on which doors you pick and what you do determines how this ends.
Yeah.
And I apologize for the weird perspective. Um, Trying to get to the second floor not to render above this was difficult. Also, it deleted all the black floor of the back wall that I fixed and replaced. Um, so anyway, like DK was a little bit more angry putting this back together again, and I just kind of ran out of time to rebuild and fix it.
So just out of curiosity, can we actually see everybody on this map?
I did not constrain you this time. There are things you can't see that I've hidden from you, and so anything that you can see, I'm totally okay with you seeing. Because I've actually given you characters you can talk to.
All right. Well, I think I think personally, right?
Mm-hmm.
We should not immediately go in guns blazing, since we have actual police officers here. We have
Officer
a
Bill definitely approves of this.
not immediately going in and shooting everybody. Yeah.
Jenna is
Uh,
like nervous, like, what do you mean we don't shoot it? No. She
uh,
remembers Officer Jackie just, and now she's a little confused on all this.
uh, First off, do we have enough to get a legitimate search warrant?
Do you want to obtain one?
Yeah, if possible. That'd be nice.
This could be arranged, but this could also alert the corrupt police officers if there are any remaining.
If there are any remaining. That's such a cynical view of what happened at the police station, DK. That if there are any remaining.
Pepsi, come on.
Um, is it possible to use certain government connections to get a search warrant without
Any kind of search warrant
necessarily?
will definitely have a, like, it could cross someone's desk and someone could make a phone call.
Well, let's hold off on that and let's do some inspection. Is this drone like actually an obstacle in any way?
It does not appear to be attempting to stop you at all.
Okay, so I could totally just walk up to this door.
And as you walk up, it floats away from you
Yeah.
to get out
And
of your way because it detects a human obstruction.
and could I inspect what's beyond this door?
Yeah, you see two chain link fences and a guy just mumbling to himself.
What does he look like? Is this like
He
a
looks kind of
guard?
like a maintenance person.
Okay. He's
Like,
mumbling to
he
himself.
maintains machinery of some sort.
Okay.
Definitely a
Uh,
mechanic toolkit, so forth.
can I approach him and speak to him?
You walk through the door, and he goes, "Yo, what's up?"
Um, I don't know where I was going with this, to be honest. I think about this for a second.
Okay.
Um, can I have Officer Bill with me?
What's up, Nick? Oh,
Can
you
I
want
bring the
Officer Jenny?
officer with me? No, Bill. Bill. I want the more legitimate officer.
You can leave Officer Jane with me.
Okay, so you want Officer Bill. Gotcha.
Yeah, I want Bill. I want Bill. I feel like Bill can back me up here a little bit. Fuck. Let me think about it.
Like you're
You
suggesting
seem to
that
be
Officer
mumbling to
Chen is
yourself quite
not.
a bit there. Is something wrong, sir?
Oh no, I just curious why you walked into the maintenance area. Usually that drone brings some pallets over, some of the technicians come and move it over, and you've walked over to the maintenance area slash loading area. What can I do you?
Um, DK, I have a terrible idea. I have a really, really terrible idea. I need to check something real quick. DK, I would like to convince him that we are safety inspectors.
Okay. I need you to pass a DV1 challenging persuasion throw. He believes that you're safety inspectors.
That sounds for safety inspectors. We obviously need to be let through.
I would gladly open this gate for you if I could.
You cannot open the gate.
He reveals to you that this gate is in fact locked.
Oh, well, that seems.
He then particularly adds into the following that he actually is stuck in this little room.
Well, I might be able to help you with that.
I'd greatly appreciate that. Apparently, something happened. A red light blinked, a yellow light blinked, and he points to some lights above him.
I'm going to attempt to pick the lock.
This lock doesn't believe in you.
Okay. But what if I believe in the lock?
Yeah, sadly, I think the other side's lock would be more easily convinced. Though feel free to ask this guy any questions that you might want to ask.
DK, follow-up question. Is the door unpowered?
It's not that kind of... it's not an electromagnetic lock, because then it would just open.
What exactly happened that locked you in here?
Well, you see that the light. He points over to this like little light panel, and it flashed red, then flashed yellow, and then all the gates just shut, and then went, and this kind of like weird kind of bolt thing kind of went through the fence and kind of locked it in place. It's crazy.
Any idea what that panel is for?
No. It seems like some sort of security system. Though I do recall that someone loaded up a security system, another part of the security system, by the middle front door. Apparently there's some sort of specialized camera, and when it sees people, it makes decisions based off of that.
Really? Well, isn't that interesting? I'm not. Well, we're going to we're gonna head around to another entrance and see if we can't find a way to get you out of here. All right?
Okay. Well, I'll wait for you here.
All right. We're gonna go back up front. I'm gonna move everybody. I'm gonna ask everybody to move away from the front door. To try to get out of the camera's range.
Oh no, the camera is pointing. I'm sorry. If it's not clear, this is the camera and it's inside.
Oh, it's inside. Okay.
It looks like it may be designed to scan you as soon as you walk in.
can I inspect this door
You sure?
and see if there's anything in here?
This looks like a hastily built expansion.
Okay. I'm gonna go in the front.
Oh, I should probably mention there is a door you can see past that door that leads
Yeah.
into what you think is the main room. So this is an alternative way in.
I would like to enter this front door here.
The camera above flashes 5 times.
Mm-hmm.
You're very sure that you have activated something.
Wasn't trying not to activate it. I'm gonna walk up to the desk.
Oh, hello.
Hello. And I'm going to attempt to convince this person I'm a safety inspector.
Roll a persuasion check with a DV of 5. Oh, finally.
Yes, I'm a safety inspector. Me and my partner were inspecting the exterior of your area here, and we noticed one of your mechanics is locked into a room.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't catch that last part. The dog barking
Yeah.
distracted me.
Yes, me and my partner are we're doing an inspection of the exterior of the building, and we discovered one of your technicians seems to be locked in the loading area.
Oh my. Why didn't he tell
Seems
someone?
Well, he's locked in there, so you know.
I swear. Doesn't even have a phone? One of the employees just walks off.
Yeah.
And you hear what sounds like frustration and struggling.
But yes, I'm going to need access to our facility so that I may, perform the safety inspection. Are there any concerns I should be aware about while performing this inspection?
No.
Oh.
All I know is that they installed that new security system plugged into some sort of other location. So, if you weren't supposed to be here, well, the alarms will go off somewhere else, and some people will come
All right.
if they exist.
All right. Well, I am going to begin my inspection then.
All right. Would you like to look at any of the documents that they have in the background?
Sure.
Okay. After go ahead and do any kind of information search. I forgot what that was called, but any kind of investigation or any kind of search.
Ooh, this one makes sense.
This is shocking to you. This is a complete legitimate business.
Okay. Well, good. Good to know that it's a legitimate
Furthermore,
business.
these people have no idea what's upstairs. Like
Oh, yeah.
they as far as they know, they're storing something for a client.
Ah.
This is just a no-shell corporation. It is a actual warehouse company. And this kind of makes sense to you. Storing something illegitimate with a fully legitimate company that would have no reason to believe that it would be illegitimate.
All right, I'm gonna head into this back area here.
Okay.
I assume there's nothing back here of particular issue.
You see 2 loading cranes.
I'm gonna come check on the mechanic and see if he's been gotten out yet.
Interesting enough, the gate on this side is locked, and none of the keys that this guy seems to have are working.
Are you having trouble?
Yes, I can't seem to get our technician out.
Here, allow me. I think I might be able to get this open.
Okay. This lock was far easier for you to convince, which makes sense to you, because it's inside the warehouse, which you would think would have a slightly less security.
Yeah. I shall open the door.
You open the door, the technician finally runs out and is quite relieved. Why
Okay.
didn't you just call us on your agent? I would have had a locksmith come out here, and heck, we could just cut the fences. Who the heck blindly installed this? Well, our client with the cargo upstairs. I don't know. Weird guy.
I'm going to I'm going to go over and speak to our friend here. This is 100% a legitimate business, and I'm guessing their security system is probably alerting any remaining officers to our presence. So let's get a search warrant and just charge up in here. I'm gonna scout ahead while you do that.
Okay. By the way, Bill looks to you and tells you he's picked up a signal.
Yeah.
Let's just say we're going to have company a bit, and they're not the good kind.
All right. Well, get everybody else ready, and I'm gonna be right back. Gentlemen.
Oh, yes.
You should leave.
Oh,
You should leave the building right now. Your clients are on the way, and they will not be happy to see me.
Oh, we have more employees upstairs.
Yeah. You should all get out of the building.
There's also some of the clients' employees upstairs as well.
Let me say this again. You should all get out of the building.
Duly
Because
noted.
let's just say there will be a search warrant coming for this building shortly.
Oh, then we should be ready for it. By the way, Soviet. Soviet. You notice the avatar of the AI with you, and it wants you to go to the left door.
I'm going on the left door then.
Do you want me to move you?
I got it. There you go.
You find some boxes and some crates, and inside is a little drone. Do you turn
Can
on?
I put my... Yes. Sweet.
There is a notification of heart and much winks. But there's a question.
Wait, what's the question?
Gun? Apparently, the AI wants you to put a pistol on the drone. It has little carrying arms
Okay.
underneath it.
I will give it a heavy pistol out of my arcade.
Okay. You load it up on the right, and you notice that the weight's a little uneven. Do you want to give it another gun, and it would have two then? That'll even the weight.
You got 2 heavy pistols.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell it to only shoot people that shoot at us, unless they are annoying.
So basically, all of our enemies are jacket.
so you're caught on that?
Yeah, I'm kind of.
Somewhere in your mind, you feel like you hear the sound of an achievement sound, followed by the words "swarm unlocked." I don't know. Anyway,
DK.
Yeah.
I'm going to unfold Jenna into the building and get her to start evacuating civilians to a safe area, and I'm going to have my troops start preparing for a siege. Oh, and I'm going to shoot this damn camera.
Bang! The device explodes, and now alarms are signaling all inside the building.
I'm fine with that.
The doors are now locked.
The doors are now locked.
Oh no.
Well, you know what that means, DK. It's time to pick the locks on the doors.
How sturdy is this door?
As you attempt to pick lock the door, you realize that it's not a lock. This is more of some sort of electrical device that would need to be bypassed or hacked.
Alright.
You also,
Does this door
in
look
the
pretty
distance, hear
sturdy?
the drone try to bulldoze through the wall because now it can't access the things inside the loading area. You hear very angry drone noises. It's very sad that it can't come in.
Alright, well, you know what time it is.
Yep, it's time for roll initiative, so go ahead and roll initiative. I should probably turn on the turn tracker, huh?
Yeah, that would help.
So Nick got a 24.
But it only, yeah, there we go. I'm glad to know I pissed off. I tried, DK. I tried to be a good person. Yeah.
So just to for the lulz, the alternative way of getting in was to go to the left side. And
There's
the
a lot
camera
of cops, DK.
Huh?
There's quite a few cops coming in.
Oh yeah.
Also, I did tell you I was having my own men prepare.
I'll spawn
I
them
have
in
a
second.
significant amount of men outside the warehouse.
Oh yeah. I'll be honest, I forgot about those guys on the bus?
I didn't.
Well, I am locked in another room.
You'll be fine.
Oh, you're not locked in there. You just can't leave through the front door.
Oh, but we can leave through the interior doors.
What I mean is you can walk around the inside of the building. You just can't leave the building.
Oh, I don't care about leaving the building. Leaving the building doesn't matter.
Soviet, where did you want to set up yourself?
Behind this door. It's right here in this corner, isn't it? I'm just gonna like be behind the door, taking cover and aiming at.
So there's a
Front
door
door
right
with,
here, so you could do that.
And I'm gonna ready my pistol for now.
And I need to find. I need to import Nick's bodyguards.
No, you don't. Her character sheet's already in here.
Oh, really? No. Like your little troop guys.
Oh, okay. They're all still outside. That's the funny part.
I gotta remember
here's a
what
random
that guy's
question,
name
DK.
is. What's up?
Here's a random question, DK. What if all of my troops are still on the bus outside?
Do you want them to?
They kind of work.
I don't mind either way. I can find the guy. I just need to remember their names.
They had names.
It could be.
Okay. So Road Ganger is one of them. Okay.
I'm going to politely recommend that these civilians take cover further into the warehouse.
I'm just gonna go with the Road Ganger one.
I find it funny, by the way, that the wrong option is to not sneak into the warehouse.
So, Nick, by not blowing up the warehouse, what if I would just fire like one or two grenades?
No, don't blow up the warehouse.
No, just the front door area where I'm at.
Don't blow up the warehouse.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. I can just switch ammo.
Soviet.
Sit on fire.
Soviet. Let me be clear. Yeah?
Okay.
Chemical weapons are perfectly fine because this is not warfare.
Biotoxin grenades.
I'm sorry. I thought you would get a kick out of that, Soviet. This is not warfare, so chemical weapons are perfectly acceptable.
And I just so happen to have chemical weapons. Oh man.
Do you want your men to fight inside or outside?
Well, let's really fuck with the police and let's leave them surrounded.
What's up? I didn't hear that part.
Let's screw with the officers and leave them surrounded. They're unknowingly surrounded.
Okay, so you want them inside or outside?
outside.
Okay.
We'll have them attack after the officers begin attempting to breach the building. This way, the officers end up surrounded.
Forgive me for not switching out to the other model of characters you have as well, but for the
That would take more time.
yeah. Is the way I've configured them out okay for you?
Sure, it's acceptable.
Okay.
I guess this will teach me not to do legitimate business.
Ironically, had you walked in through the left side and then talked to them, that would have been fine. It was just walking
Yep.
through that front door.
But DK, I wanted to do legitimate business.
You actually could have if by walking through the left side. That was supposed to be the way through.
Yeah, but DK, that would be sneaking into the building,
I mean, that's fair.
which is not legitimate business.
You are a safety inspector. It was your job to see how easy it would be to get into the warehouse with a weapon.
But see, a safety inspector has to present themselves, to the actual employees. They need to know that they're being inspected.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well, Nick, Soviet.
Laws.
DK, I'd like to mention that these two civilians that their company is going to be receiving a safety infraction due to being under siege.
The employee rolls their eyes a little bit.
On a side note, Bill, is that warrant through yet?
Yes.
Okay, good. We have a search warrant for the building.
I don't think they care though. The ones outside.
Oh, no, they don't care. I mean, we are kind of here to find their illicit goods, so. Hey DK, random question.
Yeah.
Can we utilize the giant drone?
Soviet could.
I was actually going to ask that too.
Can the AI in Soviet's head utilize the giant drone and just ignore all safety protocols?
Soviet, would you like to ask your AI about that drone outside?
Yeah.
Um,
If she can take control of the big drone for a minute.
That can't necessarily take control of it, but there is a special profile called Potato. It could be fun. Heart wink.
Sweet potato.
Okay. Profile Potato has been loaded.
Is this where the machine starts, making a giant potato battery to run Doom on?
No. Nick, you hear suddenly a high-pitched noise from the drone as it goes, "Potato!" and charges into the officers and makes a potato-sized hole into the officers.
I don't think those officers were prepared for that.
Apparently, it's now spinning its tools in its hand and running into these officers. And you hear what loud screams.
Are any of the other officers at all concerned with what's happening?
Yes, they're not. Some of them are now turning to shoot.
Um, hey, can we open these front doors and start shooting at them?
Not yet.
It would not be safe.
No, it's they have to run the bypass.
Those officers are particularly happy with us right now.
They're just hearing this thing go on about making potatoes and hats and umbrellas, and they're deeply confused.
They're also getting some of the people killed.
Just lets people have to share with.
The drone seems to continue going on about making potato-sized holes.
Okay.
The officer starts shooting at the drone, but it doesn't seem to care.
It's an industrial German DK. Small arms fire doesn't matter to it.
You hear, Soviet, you hear a heart wink.
You tell my AI, good job. And I will pat the drone.
The drone seems to be happy.
Yeah.
I'm not going to mention how long I spent making all these tokens for the AI.
It is really good. I like it.
We're not going to mention how this is, a very, very violent investigation. We're just eliminating corrupt police officers. This is our civic duty,
I like how my character was hired to play a gig and then got roped into multiple counts of murder.
Hey, DK.
Yeah.
With police.
Here's a random question.
What's up?
Would certain police-hating groups be interested in what's happening right now?
Some of them would.
Like a certain group that thinks the police are completely corrupt and want to replace them?
They might.
Yeah. You think if we shot them an anonymous message that they might show up?
That they might not do yet, unless things drew out really long.
Yeah. It's just a thought.
Yeah, both doors have popped open and smoke has entered the room. For anyone who can appreciate those effects.
I saw them.
Okay.
I can't.
That's good.
So much fun breaching 3 different ways.
They got distracted by drones. You know what the problem with smoke grenades is, DK? They only remove line of sight.
Good question. Seeing how I said I was looking at the door, could I still fire where I was aiming and probably hit one?
Feel free.
Let's hope we don't shit Linux people.
I'm assuming y'all were holding your actions. So go ahead and roll your attacks.
Okay.
And just for the purpose of this adventure, Nick, I am adding the bodyguards to your character sheet control. Should be able to move them. What's up?
Yeah, I didn't hit him.
That's okay. Do you want evil to hit him?
Yes.
Okay.
I think, yeah.
Yeah.
My bodyguard did her SMG on auto fire into the guy coming in. Based on the way the auto fire works, she did 18 damage to him.
Nice. He is very hurt.
Yeah. Not very happy with us, I'm guessing.
I know. In fact, he looks like he's about to fall over. Just one more attack would do it.
Where did I put my
By the
characters?
way, Soviet, the drone, you hear a voice go, checking rules of robotics. Don't harm any humans. No humans detected. Firing. Non-humans destroyed.
Okay, I shot the police officer with my pistol.
And he's dead. So the drone took out one, and Nick and his bodyguard has taken out one as well.
I'm actually kind of surprised she doesn't have a melee weapon.
I think the drone's actually taken out 5 now if you count hacking the big guy outside.
I'm sorry that she doesn't have a melee weapon.
She doesn't have any skill with melee weapons anyway. Apparently she's better at fist fighting than fighting with melee weapons.
Which kind of makes sense. She's kind of a stealth specialist.
I suppose I should start rolling for these guys.
Bill is going to hop out, grab this guy, throw him against the wall, and take 2 pops into his head, eliminating that officer. You notice Bill now reloading both of his revolvers. And
despite having only fired 1 shot?
No, he fired 2 shots.
Well, yeah, but 1 from each.
Mm-hmm. Yes, he went in and inserted 1 bullet into each revolver.
Okay. DK?
Yeah.
I'm going to begin attacking with these. I love how they come with crossbows.
This is just the standard equipment.
You probably roll to shoot
for that character.
So I'm going to start with the guys on the left.
Okay.
I'm just going to roll an attack for each of them.
Okay.
Let's see. One of them failed to hit. One of them apparently crit. In terms of, like, they did really well with hitting.
Okay.
Okay, so one of them did 12 damage. And the other 2 just missed.
Okay. For the purposes of this, I'm not calculating their armor, because we'd be here for 10,000 years.
Oh.
And we all have better things to do than that. He looks significant. This guy here seems very significantly hurt by what y'all
did. Okay. DK.
Mm-hmm.
Could I just have the 6 6 guys on the right side just open fire on the police that are trying to deal with the robot and entering the building.
You can't feel it.
Okay.
You can freely move all those guys. They're all yours.
I'm just gonna generally move all of them out here.
That's fine.
I'm not gonna try
I
to
just
play
wanted them to look like they were in an ambush stance for thematics purposes.
one. Okay, so I've got 115 on the outside.
Okay.
How far away are these guys? I don't think that's actually 40 feet, but
Alright. One of those guys is dead.
how high do you want them to roll to actually be able to hit people?
As long as it's within reason, I'm okay with it.
Okay. 14. Look, 14 is.
I'm gonna say you're within 35.
Because I want to just note, like, most of these DVs are physically impossible with this weapon.
Yeah. Do you have a? All right. So you know what? We will measure it from potato. So for all calculation purposes, they are within 10 feet of your character.
Okay. 17 damage.
Don't they need a 15?
What?
Okay. No, it's fine. All right.
Oh no, you're right. I was looking at throw one. I should note, DK, that because this character sheet has a 0 skill modifier, you have to roll a 9 or 10 to hit them at 10 feet.
All right. Fine. I'll give it to you. It's fine.
Like even at point blank range, you have to roll at least a 7.
All right. He's very hurt. So you killed one of them and hurt the other one.
That person just failed. I'm not gonna. That person also just failed. Okay.
2 of them hurt themselves.
This person did really well at hitting, but did almost no damage.
Can you roll attack one more time?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. They felt this sudden inspiration. Perhaps it's just working for you, but they ended up shooting twice,
Okay.
killing that police officer. And I'm sorry, when I say kill, I mean knocking them out.
All right. That's the last guy, and he failed.
Okay.
Now I just have these other 3 guys on the left, who I cannot select because they're at the edge of the map. We're gonna have all of them pop out next to these officers.
I'm glad you were able to get. I was in the process of trying to get them out for you, but you beat me to it.
I wanna just look at this table real quick and see how this works. Wait, what?
The character sheet doesn't properly generate. You're actually gonna have to read the rule set, and yeah, I haven't bothered trying to fix melee weapons.
You haven't bothered trying to fix me that.
There are a bunch of different character sheets. This is just one of the styles.
Yeah, I don't know what proper modifier that you would add to this anyway.
Yeah, if you look up the cheat sheet, it has the melee combat rules on it.
I don't know where that is though. Because we didn't pin anything important, so I don't know where anything is. No, that's not helpful.
All right, I've opened up easy mode for you.
Thanks. Yeah, I don't. Maybe this tab. This might be more effort than it's worth, to be honest.
Here we go. Attacker's dexterity plus melee weapon skill plus 1d10. Versus the defender's dex plus evasive skill.
So you said it's their dex?
Yeah, attacker's dex plus melee weapon skill plus 1d10.
Okay. Okay. So, apparently they have level 8 in melee weapons,
Yeah, so take
and their dex is 6. So I guess that melee attack is a 19.
Yeah. And then it's versus the police officer's dexterity. Which I'm just gonna take. I'm just gonna take Jenna's because I don't think I actually have character sheets for these NPCs.
I'm sorry, I made this so much harder by trying to melee attack.
Well, you know, it's all part of the getting better at the game. All right, so her dex is 5, and her skill is. Hold on a second. Fighting, right? Her melee weapon is 5, so that is.
How does damage work for the melee fighting again?
Alright, so damage is those two skills combined plus your 1d10 minus the defender's 2 things plus a 1d10. And then you take whatever damage that is, and it ignores half armor.
Oh, no, because I thought that was just to hit them.
Oh,
How does because damage has special rules with melee combat, as I recall.
yeah. You know what? I'll have to look that up. Give me a second.
It's all my fault, so good.
I closed that easy mode window by mistake.
You know what the worst part is, DK? This melee weapon has a rate of fire of 2.
Oh, cool. If you beat the defender's check, you damage the defender. The defender's armor reduces the damage you do as detailed, taking damage below. There's different kinds of melee attacks, and they have slightly different rules. Okay, it ignores half the defender's armor. For the, okay, cool. So roll that damage again. So normally how this would work is that would do, say, 7 damage if you pass the check, and it would soak through half of the armor. So, for example, if say they had 10 armor, when you hit them with a melee weapon, it's as if they only have 5 armor. I'm not counting this as armor, so I'm just going to take the highest number and double it and say 10.
Okay.
Is that fair?
Because it fires twice?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now which one did you hit?
The back one. Or the back one.
Okay. He's down
Now
to
it's time to
30
do that.
health.
Now it's time to do that 2 more times.
Okay. Just go ahead and roll damage. I'm not gonna. Alright.
There you go.
I'm gonna take the highest one and double it, so that's 8. Are you hitting the same guy?
Yep.
Cool. Alright. Next person.
Okay. There you go. Let's add 2.
Okay, so that's 4. Hitting the same guy?
Yep. This poor police officer was trying to get into the building, and he just got suddenly jumped and shivved.
Alright. Jenna's the only one who hasn't gone yet. Jenna's
Hi,
gonna
guys.
just hop out. And Soviets, guys. And she's going to grab this person, throw him against the wall, and then just beat him with her shield until he stops resisting.
I don't think these officers were prepared to be the ones being ambushed. Just a thought.
I also don't think that they were expecting the robot to start putting potato-sized holes in people.
That's definitely not true, but I think we brought more soldiers than they did.
I was actually planning on more, like, an additional formation of officers, but I don't think I'm going to.
You like Urchin?
I'm not looking to
That was
turn
just the
this
first-
into a 4-hour siege, because I think we all have better things to do with our lives. All right, Soviet, go ahead.
All right. I suppose everybody's running outside, so that's what my guys do.
I only had Jenna
50-50.
walk outside because she literally has a shield, and at this point, she has like
There aren't
14
enough enemies left.
between her and her shield. She has like 14 points of damage mitigation.
These things are replaceable. I'm not gonna have them do sword attacks.
All right, go for it. Now that we've looked up how that works,
So yeah, they're all 3 just gonna run over with their swords.
Okay.
And just start hacking the crap out of this guy.
Now, is this the part Is this the part where we like pull them like a Morden Solus and we just display the bodies on the robot as a warning?
So Soviet, go ahead and roll 2 more times.
Okay.
I see Soviet's melee weapon is much better than the ones the basic road gangers get.
Yeah, his is considered.
Yeah, I still got
melee
heavy
weapon.
melee.
Alright, so for all intentions purposes, I will take the first and third one, and the second one is going to have missed. Or got glanced off because they crit failed, and I think that's a super low number, so. I'm not going to
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit here and do the math because this should automatically just pull these details from your character sheet. And the fact that it doesn't annoys me. So,
Which means there's going to have to be a significant quantity of fixing now.
My melee weapon is level 6, so I have 14 in it.
Alright, so what's its rate of fire, by the way?
Apparently 2.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So
I don't know how.
24 plus 12, which is
40. 40.
30. What?
Wait.
24 plus 12?
Was it?
That would be 36.
That's 36. I thought. I was looking at a 6.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it rolls 3d6.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. And then the last guy kind of taps him, and it causes him to fall over. The police officer has returned to normal, as a joke. Anyway, okay.
Here's a random question, DK. At what point do these officers just surrender?
You're not even to a turn yet. So, yeah, that's my guys.
Wait a minute. Are the building's employees attacking now?
This employee is going to grab this guy and tase the crap out of him, knocking him out.
I think DK realized that we taking prisoners, and this is to knock a couple out.
The technician simply presses some buttons and taps the officer with his wrench, and the officer's gun falls apart and his armor falls off. You know what they say, you pay the mechanic not necessarily for his work, but knowing exactly where to tap his wrench. The officer surrenders. The 2 other employees just kind of lightly pick up and place them in the back of the potato. The officer is very shocked by this sudden weird strength. But then you realize they're the front desk for the warehouse.
What about the poor man getting shivved in the back? He remains the only officer left standing.
Oh, this officer is very concerned, and he's going to start attempting to flee.
Let's tackle him. As a opportunity attack.
I see the drone is taking care of it.
The drone has attached itself to this police officer. The police officer has surrendered to the more efficient AI overlord. By the way, Soviet, I believe you can move the AI freely. Can you check for that?
You cannot. Wait. Yeah, no, I can't move it.
Okay. These are things I needed to know.
I'm sorry, I thought that was for your control.
I did it for every one of the AI except that one. There are 3 character sheets for that thing now.
No, what we need to do is get a shut down military drone and have Evie plant herself in that one.
See, you're supposed to be able to already control it. I don't. Can you control it now?
Nope.
Okay. Then let me attempt this. Can you control it now?
Discord may be crashing for me.
What's up?
Discord is not responding,
Oh no.
but the call is still fine.
That is weird. So weird. Are
Discord
you
is
able to
better
move
now?
out?
No, but it just. I'm not able to move it.
I just placed it down.
It was. Is it the one right next to me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm. It just makes me do the select deal.
It says that it can be controlled by Soviets.
You know, if nothing else, DK, at least all of these police officers can be arrested for assault of a police officer.
This is true.
Since technically they all tried to kill Bill.
Yes. Alright, Soviet, just to humor me, are you able to control any of these?
Yeah, I can move it out. I can control this one.
They have the same permissions, they're just they were assigned differently. Alright, let's try this again. Can you move both of those?
I can only move this one.
In the same permissions.
I think you just might have to give up on that for now, DK.
Can you refresh real quick, Soviet, the browser?
Yeah. Refresh. Just those 2.
Why? This annoys me to all extents.
We can check it out after.
Is evil
And I can just use
grown 2 in your
this one.
your inventory, in your character sheets under evil?
Yeah, I could throw her out, I guess.
Can you are all three of those in your character sheet thing under evil question mark?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you grab Evil Drone 2 and drag it into the thing?
Yeah, I can move that one.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool. I don't care why, but okay. Nothing has changed. But if that makes the game happy, that's fair. Cool.
Yeah. See,
Yeah.
now you've just said the proper words and rubbed it with the sacred oil.
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, with all the officers arrested, now seems like a good time to inspect the upstairs while everyone else is distracted.
Okay. So
You go do.
I need you. I'm going to show you two different versions of this map,
Okay.
and you're going to tell me which one you prefer to see. That's version 1. Let me know once you've looked at it for a hot second.
All right, I'm good.
Yeah, all right. Fair enough.
Is this which version of floor 2 is better for you? Visual for
I like
me.
this one.
This one is visually better.
Okay. Cool. Yes, I took the time to make two different renderings of it, so they all could choose. All right. Y'all should just be able to pull out your character sheets and drop them onto the map. At the bottom of the staircase, you monster.
I don't know how to pull my token out, though.
How's that?
Fine.
You just take your character sheet and click and drag it to the map, and it automatically like that.
Okay. I was in the actual character sheet. That was my problem.
Gotcha. Let's see. You should be able to also pull out your bodyguard as well if you like.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Hey, and now you know how to do that yourself.
I mean, we don't have to wait for DK to do everything.
You've always been able to do that.
I already knew that.
That's basically how I deploy y'all's character sheets. You see a lady at the top.
Okay. We are we are here to serve a search warrant.
Oh.
Yes. The rest of the officers are downstairs. So, if you'll excuse us.
She's gonna stop for a second, take a step back, but not actually get out of your way, and go,
Yeah.
Lydia! You know that's not my name. Fine. Red! Yes? These gentlemen say they're serving a search warrant. This could explain the loud gunfire we heard downstairs.
Yeah, some of your clients attempted to stop us from serving the search warrant. The officer in charge with the actual warrant is downstairs in the office.
So now I'm going to use DK Magic to go to a different map than the one y'all are on. So I can copy Bill.
I can watch the whole thing.
You get to watch the DK magic.
Yeah.
What I really want to know is why is Jenna still hurt?
I don't know. You're the only one here with access to her character sheet. None of the rest of us would know that.
I meant it slightly sarcastically. I know why she's hurt.
It was Jackie's fault, wasn't it?
Yes. It was entirely Jackie's fault.
Ironically, you're right, Nick. You're actually right. Since he actually did mess that little mistake up.
Yeah. So the only reason there was a giant siege at the police station is because of Jackie.
Bill's gonna walk up and hand over the warrant. You realize these were not the employees from the warehouse.
Yeah.
They don't have the same tags. Most likely they work for the client. But there's a problem.
Yeah.
They didn't know their client was doing illegal things. And now they do. Well, that actually looks a little valid. Gentlemen. And you see a bunch of the employees now coming up. Apparently our employer has been naughty. So everyone, I want you all to go against the wall. And we're going to let these nice gentlemen look for things that we hopefully hope aren't actually here. But what about protecting our client? Well, they're our employer, they're obviously doing something they shouldn't be doing, which means they lied to us, which invalidates the contract. Corner, guys. By the way, Nick, congratulations. I was totally ready for you to have to fight these guys too.
Yeah, but we have a search warrant, DK.
Yeah, that was actually the deciding factor. If you hadn't sounded off the alarm, then you wouldn't have had a combat sequence with them. But because you have a search warrant, they're still law-abiding citizens.
All right, time to start searching for the gold.
Bill says you don't need to go too far.
Oh, okay, that's helpful.
In fact, from your basic perception skills passively, you discover each one of these boxes. These kind of boxes are just boxes of gold.
Well, it seems we found exactly what we were looking for.
Can I have EV scan for anything else that might be useful?
Oh yes, Evie.
Or is it all just gold?
Found something super useful. You see, Evie has obtained a gold bar and is flying away with it.
I can see the drone
Ja-
flying away with the gold bar, and I'm going to turn around, and I saw nothing. Well,
EV's riches. Riches.
It looks like we found exactly the evidence we were looking for.
Bill looks over a document that he has on his agent, and he says, apparently you and the mayor had a gentleman's agreement on a finder's fee?
Yes.
Yeah, my document says that your finder's fee was 10% of the rest of the gold.
Yes.
So I
I
guess
will,
we should probably count and see how much there is.
All right. Let's. I'll get my med up here to start counting.
Evil begins also helping counting, but you notice that she's not like counting accurately. She's going like 1, 2, 5, 15, 99, 1, 7. And every time she gets to a 3, she stops for a while.
We're not gonna pay attention to Evil's counting. DK,
Evil.
do we get to inform
Good job.
the employees that we found exactly what we were expecting?
Yes, if you like.
Sure, why not? We did in fact find illicit goods in the warehouse. Which means that their contract is definitely null and void.
Red seems very annoyed. You know, it's really hard to find someone who actually pays.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I don't think your employer's gonna be paying you because, well, you're guarding their money.
What? Why wouldn't you put your money in a bank?
I'm just gonna, like, open one of the boxes and pull out a gold bar.
You know that part where you said, "Man, this stuff is heavy like gold?"
Wow, it's actual fucking gold.
Also, downstairs, you hear a loud commotion as you hear potato makes potato-sized hole in warehouse as the drone has now drilled through a section of the warehouse.
So maybe you should turn potato mode off.
Hey, Evie, can you cancel potato protocol?
Oh, you want me to disable the profile launched by potato.bat?
Yes.
Evil considers this for a moment. Okay.
If the building falls down while we're in it, we die.
You notice that you hear the potato noises stop.
All right. Looks like it's time to start moving all this gold out.
By the way, when I suggested that Evil was considering it, I didn't mean like actually considering it, like just pretend like drawing
Yeah, no, I
it
get
out.
To play into her little game.
Okay. By the way, I do congratulate you for avoiding combat and not killing a bunch of these civilians. By the way, Nick, you
It's
may
so
now
annoying,
take
man.
notice that you've learned a new. You've now gained the contact for Red.
Has it just been added to my character sheet?
Yes, you can now you now have the permission to reach out and contact Red as a contact.
You guys security for a concert?
What description should I give Red? In my character sheet here?
Oh, you can put Lydia question mark. Note, from what you've actually gathered, they don't necessarily have a problem with guarding illicit goods. It's the fact that that cost extra, which is the violation of the contract problem.
Because they weren't being paid to guard illicit goods.
Yeah. Which is also why they folded.
They weren't being paid properly.
Yeah, that's a different payment plan.
So their group is private security then?
Security and warehousing.
Okay.
They also have a lot of contacts with warehouses. So if you needed somewhere to store something, they might know where you could store it. You know,
Concert.
I need to sort out. Yes, you totally could. So
You had warehouse concerts before.
Alright, the follow-up question is how much gold is actually here?
how many tons did you acquire last time?
I acquired 1 ton of gold last time. I got very little of the gold. Most of the gold went into evidence, quote unquote.
Okay. For all intents and purposes, your cut will be 10 tons of gold.
Added to what I already have?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll have 11 tons of gold.
That first,
I get 1 gold bar.
Soviet, put in your inventory 1 ton of gold.
The AI is going to keep stealing gold.
The evil was kind of going back and forth after she started making the funny numbers, and then people just started ignoring her. So then she just started taking gold.
Oh, I love evil so much.
I'm going to strike a conversation with Red here. You know, I have found, I have acquired a rather large quantity of objects that need storing now as my finder's fee.
Oh. Does that mean you need someone to guard said gold?
You know, it would be helpful while that gold is being moved.
You know, a funny idea.
Yeah.
Is, whatever part's yours, you could just keep here. And
That's
buy
true.
out the contract for storing it.
Well, that makes quite a bit of sense. That sounds like a great idea. And then, nobody loses their jobs. Nobody has to move all that heavy
very
gold.
expensive moving it from one place to another place.
Yeah, no reason to move it when it's already in a perfectly acceptable location.
And you've now discovered that most of the warehouse employees are not the easy-go-lucky warehouse employees that are not able to defend this building.
I'm going to buy out the contract so we don't even have to move my share of the gold.
Yeah. Which also reduces your risk because no one sees large Nick trucks driving around trying to move gold bullion.
The mayor, on the other hand, he's going to have to pay to get all the gold moved in. That's all paid.
Bill's talking to the mayor now, and he's come up with a great idea.
Is he also going to buy out the contract?
So, you know what? All this gold is
Yeah.
here, and
Yeah.
now we know it's safe.
Yeah,
I
I
say
wasn't
we
going to
just
move my
mark the
gold.
boxes with the appropriate color of whose it is
Yeah.
and call it a day.
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea to me.
He hands you a red marker, he takes a blue marker.
Yeah. I'm just going to start marking the appropriate boxes.
I'm gonna walk over to Red and be like, I'm gonna give her my contact info and say, if anybody attacks the warehouse, call me and just say activate potato protocol, and I can send the robot after people again.
Red goes, potato protocol?
I'm just gonna yell from down the stack where I'm marking boxes. It makes the giant loading robot go insane.
It makes it put potato-sized holes in people.
It can do
Mainly
that?
bad guys, so
One of the employees downstairs was like, "Yeah, it's our drone. Sorry, we got it from a discount. We thought we got rid of that protocol. Some crazy scientist engineer guy called Morph did it."
I love the idea, DK, is that instead of fighting these people, we just came up with a search warrant and then went, okay, all of this stuff is ours now. We're just gonna color all the boxes. You can all stay here. There's just gonna be a new payment so that everybody keeps getting paid. Now that the old employers are gone.
This seems like a sensible solution.
Well, this solution works for everybody.
Also, DK doesn't have to build a bunch of like extra warehouses.
Yeah, that would be work. All right. Well, now that we've gotten that taken care of, I've done my favor for the mayor.
And the mayor has repaid you like he said.
Yep.
Poor Jackie never understood any of that.
Nope. I'm gonna be like Officer Jenna. I'm gonna ask Officer Jenna what she's going to tell Jackie when he gets out of the hospital about all this.
About what?
Exactly.
She seems actually authentically confused. Because, as far as she sees, the mayor paid you for a act of helping, bring back the rest of the gold.
Yep, that's exactly what happened there.
And she completely understands finder fees. That's a lot of money. This is the city's money, and recovering it is a tremendous act.
Yeah, this will definitely help finance the rebuilding. And we got to take out a lot of police officers while we were at it.
Soviet, I need you to roll a athletics check for that.
Okay. That would be in body, I'm guessing. Yep.
You can add add 5 more pistols to your thing. The rest were collected for evidence.
Oh wait, no, I only have 8 heavy pistols, not 10.
Oh, Nick, I really enjoyed being able to actually have like logical places where you could see that the second floor and the first floor, because this is the first floor down here,
Yep, I know.
and I like that. Even if it did add a little bit of complexity, just this natural thing, and you can
Yeah.
see some of the objects from the first floor here.
Yep, like the crane.
There was another one on the left side, but it got deleted.
Well, Officer Bill, I think this has been a very effective day.
Yeah, we've collected the evidence. We've recovered the gold, which is great.
Yep. I hope that this has helped your investigation.
It definitely has. Particularly because now the gold is back, the mayor's not going to be so aggressively on my back.
Well, I'm sure the mayor will be very happy.
Oh yeah. We definitely needed that for his particular rebuilding projects he wants to do.
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard he's gonna be doing some big spending,
Oh yes.
especially with how torn up the police station is.
Well, hopefully a couple of bricks of those will fix that.
You will go into space.
Into space.
You didn't hear about the satellite the mayor is commissioning?
No.
You know that stupid backscatter technology?
Well, I not particularly read on everything that's going on.
The masks that, explode your head if you disobey.
You've discovered that he wasn't aware of some of the of this particular previous investigation.
He did speak a little bit about like the officers that had shit in their heads, though.
He may not have actually not sure how much of that was real or not.
Yeah, no, the
Well, he
officers.
knew that the police officers installed something into their cyberware.
Yeah, between the things that people install in their heads and the weird masks that explode if you disobey. Yeah, the mayor doesn't like that, so he's commissioning a jamming device.
Most excellent.
The ultimate jamming device.
So, are you saying he's launching a giant no?
Yes.
Into space? Fair enough.
It is a giant middle finger into space, specifically for those people.
Well, this will this will probably just convince them to look for an alternative way of accomplishing it, or make an update. Which then I guess will mean that we'll have to deploy another satellite, and soon enough we'll have like hundreds of satellites just navigating around that city.
Oh, you say that like it's a bad thing. But
you physically feel a sigh from Officer Bill. Well, you're definitely not as bad as I read from the reports from some of the other officers.
Officer Jackie likes to exaggerate.
You can kind of get the sensation that he's not talking about Officer Jackie.
But I don't generally work with any of the other officers either, so I'm not.
Oh no, that
sure
other special investigator. What was his name? And
what you mean the one who?
You realize that this was the corrupt rivals. That.
The other special investigator.
Yeah, him and his team don't like you for some reason.
This is their warehouse.
Well, shows what they know.
There's no further questioning after that one. This is their warehouse.
Was.
Was indeed. Well, technically, it's not their warehouse. They were just. This is the warehouse they were using.
Yeah. Those documents I gave you earlier. Yeah, that was all information about them.
Well, that
Which,
that
maybe
explains
why
why
they
so
don't
many
like
of
me.
his men are dead.
Yeah.
By the way, I want to thank all of y'all for not going through the walls.
For not like just throwing our people outside the walls.
Yes, I appreciate that.
I try my best not to just merge through objects.
The reason why I rolled my deal is because while him and Bill are down there talking, I'm just gonna be up here playing my guitar.
Oh, fair enough.
Then again,
Maybe I could get new fans.
Yes.
okay, I'm back. I just had a dog burst through my door.
Soviet, you have gained 2 new fans, but you don't know who they are.
Cool.
Well, do you want to head back to the loading bar?
Yes.
Okay.
Back to the loading bar we go.
Yes.
Which, by the way, I completely did all the walls and doors in this place.
I like how Bill is also at the loading bar.
Yeah, put him out on the side. I didn't know if he would join, if you'd bring him into the as part of the main party, or just not bring him.
You might as well bring him here.
What's funny,
You
Nick,
know.
I'll take this.
I just realized something.
Yeah.
You spawned another Nick.
Oh.
There was a Nick at
Yeah.
the front door area.
No, I didn't see him, so I just spun myself in. Yeah, DK, have some drinks. Everybody can come in, have some drinks.
So you need to deploy whichever version of evil you want to deploy.
Yeah, I will. I'm trying to remember where I was keeping track of my fans.
I did find your journal.
It's not in there. I did look at that. I really don't remember. But okay.
By the way, did you enjoy the thing I added to your Soviet journal?
Yeah, 1 second.
Oh, I thought you saw it when I added things.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did.
Sweet.
1 heart, 2 wink. All right. Where?
What you looking for, Soviet?
Where I was keeping my fans.
Unfortunately, I don't think you were storing it in game. Were you keeping it in a text document?
I'll figure it out later.
Okay.
I can't remember.
If it's something I missed in the previous game, feel free to look at that game's journals and tell me if you stored them in there and which journal entry it was.
I could have swore it was somewhere on my character sheet.
But yes, DK, we've come back to the loading bar so that I treat all of my loyal gang members to a round of drinks. As a bit of celebration for a job well done.
That's fair. I think I gave you 9 goes, if I remember correctly.
Oh. It's not necessarily important how many. It's not really important physically having all their tokens on the map.
There we go. I think that's good enough.
Well, with a round of drinks in everybody's belly, and our investigation concluded, I'm going to head back to my office.
Okay. By the way, the secret door is now closed. Once you walk through.
Okay.
It's actually there. I have it secret.
And in my office, I'm going to call up my friend, my old friend, or Diego. You know, my fellow fixer.
Okay. All right, Soviet, roll a 1d10. All right, you gain 2 more fans. Nick, how is it going?
We have had a exceptionally successful day.
That's very good to hear.
We let's just say we've made the mayor a very happy man.
It's good to make the mayor happy.
And we also largely increased our potential finances.
You almost hear a smile
and we are currently storing all of those finances at a special warehouse. And
You hear a pen and paper being produced.
yeah, and I'm gonna give him the necessary details.
That's quite clever, saving yourself from transporting that somewhere else, and possibly tipping off other people. That's where the gold is.
Yeah, it seemed logical to just leave it where it was. I mean, it already had a built-in security force.
That's always good.
Now we're just going to have to move the product.
Well, actually, that might be
the,
a little bit easier now because that 10% that's clean, isn't it?
Yeah, it's clean. It's official. It's official payment, finder's fee, you might say.
So that's a little bit easier to move because we can literally just bring someone to the warehouse, like lobby, and hand them like do an exchange right there.
Well, I do have that jeweler friend who might be interested.
He could probably even mix that in with some things. Maybe make some products.
Yeah. How's the research I asked you about?
Yes, I do have a few things for you. I got some residential property of an old strip mall that might be a good second operating base, especially if you want to start expanding your operations.
Yeah.
I also found an old surplus gun store that we could purchase to has a lot of old military tech.
Better equipment is always nice.
Now, I'm not saying it's modern military tech, because then people would get very upset. But it's older, but still works.
It's better than what the street gangs are using.
Yes.
This residential mall. Any risk there?
I'll be honest with you. I think restoring it might create some order.
Yeah.
Other than that, I can't particularly see any risk.
And just just want to avoid stepping on any toes for the moment until we're firmly established.
Yeah, because the fact that it's abandoned, it's not particularly in any area that prime gang area claims. Most of the gangs seem to stay away from Chinatown for some reason.
It's pretty violent here, to be fair. Like, unusually violent here. But that strip mall could be useful. We could set up some legitimate businesses there to mask any illegitimate sources of income.
This is true, and also wash income.
Yes. That could be helpful.
That's true.
So
you can kind of set that up however you want. Since it's going to be a collection of small businesses, you could probably establish between 4 and 6 small businesses, and also still keep one of the areas for as kind of a gang headquarter area.
All right. Well, send me the details of these two locations, and I'll look further into this.
Okay. Sounds good, Nick. Pleasure doing business with you.
I will look forward to doing more.
Do you know, Nick, I had originally planned on building a actual map where all these places
Yeah.
would be, and
Yeah.
actually like have a gang overview thing, and I was planning on having that built. I did not expect to use like 3 hours building the maps and the tokens. All right, let's see.
Yeah. I'm not gonna push DK too hard for that today.
Yeah, no,
I know he's very
spent-
busy.
I actually physically spent 4 hours actually building all of that.
I know
It's
I'm
sad.
doing
Doesn't
I'm
look
doing a
like it
weird
took-
gang management thing on the side here. That is completely separate from Jackie's proper police work.
Well, the good thing is we've at least started the process of moving this over to the new game.
Yeah.
All the character sheets got moved over. I guess.
Do I get to roll for gold at all this session?
I just figured you'd take your income that you normally get.
We never set like a standard normal income.
Well, I remember
You
we
kept
set a
making-
standard income when you got your bodyguard.
That was not quite how we did that. Because you were basically just making me roll for it every time.
I was, and then I kind of created a standard template.
I don't know what your standard template was. Because you were still making me roll every time.
What was I having you roll?
I don't know.
Okay.
1D100.
That's not true.
Alright,
I was trying to help
you
you.
know what? Because you've had so many expenses, I'll have you roll a 1d10.
Okay. I got a 1.
Roll another 1d10, and I'll add them together.
Okay, I got a 9.
That's a lot better. Alright, go ahead and... So for this particular adventure, go ahead and add yourself $1,000.
Added $1,000.
And the idea is the rest of the money kind of went to hiring a bunch of employees, a bunch of people to get onto your battle bus, transferring the contracts over, yada yada yada.
Yep. It's been a very expensive session.
Yes.
Of course, now I have a much larger revenue stream.
Oh yeah.
Especially because it's a legitimate revenue stream. I don't have to sit here and hide it.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna have to come up with game mechanics for you to spend money on. It's gonna be great.
Hey, I've got small businesses to set up and buy, DK. You know. We can turn this into a whole side tycoon where I buy and upgrade businesses to make additional passive income. Of course, this also then means because I'll have lots of money, I can just start bribing people. You know, DK.
Yeah.
I've heard the police force is very corrupt.
I can do that.
Oh,
As it turns
Soviet,
out.
can you roll a 1d10 yourself? Go ahead, Nick.
I was gonna say, as it turns out, I've heard the police are very corrupt. It turns out I have money and I can make that worse.
Just so you know, Bill will not accept any bribes.
I don't need to bribe him.
Yeah.
On 5.
Alright. So, Soviet. Go ahead and give yourself $500.
Yeah.
I'm basing this off of that your knowledge of Nick has made it possible for you to find ways of selling the small amount of gold. But because you're not necessarily a suave business person, you kind of only sold a small amount of it. You didn't have any of the business
do plan on
expenses that Nick did for this adventure?
True.
You also don't have the ability to move money like that, too, though.
Yeah. Nick helped you a little bit, but you know, Nick at some point is kind of like he made sure that you didn't like get hurt, basically.
I wouldn't have gotten hurt. He more worried about me trying to kill his contact
No, I'm
because they were rude.
worried about someone trying to mug you. Like, you think you're selling to someone, and they just try to mug you, and then we end up with a bunch of dead bodies on the doorstep. You know, that stuff's hard to clean up. That stuff's expensive to clean up, Soviet. Do you have any idea how hard it is? Soviet, do you have any idea how hard it is to get blood out of the tiles?
Gator.
He does have a gator. But I don't think that necessarily cleans up the mess. By the way, Soviet, just so you know, for your character sheets for Evil, Evil Drone 2 has the guns. Evil Drone has no guns. And Evil, of course, is just the standing AI avatar. I mention this to you because any situation in which you know, you can't have any guns visible, you want to use drone number 1.
Okay.
Hey, DK.
Yeah.
Can we give the drones ninja stars?
Not yet.
Okay. Yeah, thought I'd ask.
Of course, you know, maybe Evil will build a
keep the Naruto tool.
She's gonna need an expansion to the drone. What's up?
When I talked to you about building her actual body, like android type, Terminator style.
You don't have the resources or the contacts yet.
That shit's expensive. I don't have the contacts. I might theoretically have the resources, but I don't have the contacts for that kind of thing.
You know what? Should I bring it up to the Militech executive and have him start working on a prototype?
You don't have the money for that.
Yeah, you're going to need significant...
No, I mean, like...
moolah.
They use it for military purposes, and then I get the leftover junk.
Yeah, but
that was just prototype.
I don't know if they care.
It's a good idea. Terminators.
Yeah, but
with the AI.
The thing is, right, is a Terminator is more expensive than, you know, strapping a grenade to a small flying drone. Yet they're equally effective at murder.
I don't know if you quite have the the power to accomplish what you're seeking just yet, Soviet, but you can definitely put feelers out for that kind of stuff.
Oh, I will.
I'm waiting for Cybertech to respond.
I'll.
Is that bad? Decant.
So this is gonna probably
And then gun
I'm gonna
blazing
probably
to the-
surprise you, Nick. Is Cybertech may not be aware about the gold at all.
About the gold? No, I don't think Cybertech gives a fuck about the gold. I just meant when Soviet puts out feelers, I'm half expecting Cybertech to respond to him.
Oh, I figured he'd put feelers out to Militech, and if Cybertech, if Cyber at all got interested, Militech would be countering more insistent.
I just imagine like Cybertech goes, "Ooh, what's that?" And then Militech just goes, "Nuclear laser."
Yes.
Nuclear space laser.
I'll have my cab park outside of Cybertech buildings. I can get info that way because people ignore cab drivers and talk on the phone all the time.
Yeah, the thing is, Cybertech kind of went underground. Militech actually owns a lot of the old Cybertech buildings that were public knowledge.
Until recently, Militech thought Cybertech didn't exist.
Because as far as all public records are concerned, they went bankrupt.
You know, because
And
all of their
Militech bought
inventions
their
were
assets.
horrible.
And Militech just basically bought all the assets and then went, oh my gosh, these are awful. I guess we'll spend a bunch of money fixing them.
Like Nick's amazing new energy drink.
Yes, yes.
DK, that can be the first business in the strip mall. The brand new energy drink that is definitely not filled with military grade nanites.
Nano machines. Anyway,
It'll be the best.
Aries.
Yeah. Not to mention, it's also a giant middle finger to Cybertech,
yes.
which I think is definitely the best part.
Yeah. Specifically since, like, their version of the product had horrible side effects.
So Soviet. What's really funny is, in like the very first warehouse, I found a strange liquid. Right. I found a giant tank of strange liquid, and I just had my men come in and steal all of it. And then I got someone to investigate what it was, and they discovered it was a Militech product. Except for some reason, Cybertech found out they were looking for it, and just started blowing things up. And shooting people. That was how we met
So it's
Militech.
legit.
We met Militech because Cybertech pissed them off. Effectively.
So don't drink the energy drinks. Got it.
No, the energy drinks are perfectly fine.
Yeah, Militech actually fixed it. Like, legitimately fixed it.
Like the liquid I have can physically stop you from dying.
Nope, I trust it.
I've already used it to save several lives.
What happens to the nanobots afterwards?
What do you?
Are you asking me or Nick?
I mean, we're not physically having this conversation. So
I'm trying
Soviet's
to figure
character
out if
doesn't
I
act.
should actually answer these questions or not.
Soviet's character don't like energy drinks anyways.
That's fair.
We also serve coffee.
Nope.
We also serve beer.
So I guess I should out of character, I will tell you that it's perfectly safe to drink these. They break down naturally.
Yeah, I was just messing around. I was gonna say, like, I'm not even close to Nick right now. I'm still out in the lobby.
Yep. Ironically, I don't know if you can get to Nick now.
I'm pretty sure the door is actually still functional. Yeah, I can still make it through that
That's
wall.
right.
It's fine.
Interesting.
Interestingly, I can make it through that wall into any stall.
Apparently, I didn't draw my lines good enough.
Yeah.
If Soviet's looking at the stream, I will show him some magic.
But yeah, DK. That'll make the best first business at the strip mall. A brand new energy drink that will invigorate people like never before. Because it has small quantities of, military grade stimulant. But it's fine.
It's fine.
I'm sure it won't. I'm sure nobody will even notice, DK. No, nobody will even like the drink, right?
Yeah, definitely.
It's got drugs on it.
So if you're looking at the stream, do you see all the blue lines?
Yeah.
That's how walls work. I have to manually draw lines around all the walls.
All right. Well, we should let poor DK get on with it.
Well, let me end the stream first and say,
Yep.
Everyone, have a wonderful day, and remember, you're always loved. Take care, and I hope you all enjoyed. Bye. Yes, I just realized without Jockey here, I can